Furious British World Cup final viewers brand halftime show an abomination, a complete mockery and a fever dream, after being forced to endure Justin Bieber and the Muppets. It may be considered the biggest sporting event on the planet, but America's attempt to shake up the World Cup final with its first ever halftime show has sparked fury from British viewers. Billions tuned in to see Spain beat Argentina 1-0 in a tense final. But the result has been vastly overshadowed by a 25-minute interval that has been branded a complete mockery of the sport. The inflated halftime featured performances from Madonna, Justin Bieber, BTS, Shakira, and the Muppets, before concluding with a choir of children belting out a song of unity led by Coldplay's Chris Martin. Following the show, which meant both teams were left waiting to return to the pitch well beyond the standard 15 minutes, viewers took to social media to skewer the show and called for order to be restored by axing it before the 2030 tournament.
Flies and gnats invading your kitchen? Plug in the Zevo flying insect trap to attract and catch flying pests with blue and UV light day and night. Want to check today's Amazon deal? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/1 before it's gone.
They posted on X. World Cup halftime show predictably dreadful. Bring back Bruce Forsyth at the 1974 FA Cup final. I absolutely hate the way they Americanized the World Cup final with a Super Bowl-style halftime show. I just want to watch football, and I'm being forced to endure Justin Bieber and the Muppets. I'm come back in the room, and this is still going on. WTF is this? Hardly keeping the crowd upbeat through halftime, is it? This halftime show is an abomination. The only thing that is allowed during halftime of a game is fans doing a challenge or a mascot struggling to get its oversized hands involved in a prize draw. 15 minutes, and you should be able to set your watch by it. This must be the first and last FIFA World Cup halftime show. Now my flow of the match is interrupted. Justin Bieber had the chance to sing one of his biggest hits and decided to deliver the most boring performance in history at a World Cup final. I'm used to halftime analysis covering overlaps and tactical breakdowns. Instead, there was Madonna, an awkward Ronaldo, Ted Lasso, Bieber, and the Muppets singing with Coldplay. This halftime show is a fever dream. I'm beginning to think it's that or we're all being punished. And he is spot on, it was the exact same for me. Literally the worst World Cup. Hopefully, this was the last time for a halftime show at football for the Americans. It was cringe and boring AF to watch, even though I like a lot of these artists. Morocco, Portugal, and Spain must restore order in football. Get this halftime performance out of my sport. Please never grant USA another World Cup tournament. They have made a complete mockery of this tournament, players, and sport with this final fiasco. This halftime show is making a mockery of football. Please never host another World Cup in the USA. That halftime show, apart from the Muppets, was about as interesting as the first half of the World Cup final. What did you think of that halftime show? I thought it was disjointed, over-choreographed, and basically dreadful. Imagine planning the halftime show for the World Cup final, and you choose Madonna and Justin Bieber as your headliners for advertising purposes, when you also have the Muppets. The show was also blasted by former England star Wayne Rooney, who joked his favorite part of the show was when it finished. To be honest, mine was when it finished. I like a lot of those artists, but to be honest, I thought it was CP, he fumed. It just didn't get me going. I wanted the football to be back on. I like Burna Boy, I like Shakira, I like Bieber, but that was too flat. Meanwhile, Liam Gallagher savaged, "This is like a bad trip," before adding, "It's a good job I've got my spiritual socks on, or that halftime entertainment could have tipped me over the edge." Elsewhere, Sam Thompson shared his frustration on Instagram, writing, "Halftime show. Absolutely the last thing a football game of this magnitude needed. No one's in the right headspace now, not even the fans. Imagine the players watching Sesame Street whilst cramping up and needing to warm up again." Roy Keane was also underwhelmed as he said, "It was a bit of an anticlimax, but listen, it's so nice to see Shakira." Even Lorraine Kelly had something to say about the Muppets' guest appearance as she penned, "Just seen Animal on the drums during halftime. All is almost forgiven FIFA, but get on with the footy FFS." The futuristic segment began with Madonna singing music, accompanied by giddy World Cup legends Ronaldo Nazario and Ronaldinho. The toned music legend showed off her legs in stockings as she embraced the soccer icons, before they drove her out into the stadium and held hands. Justin made a starkly different impact on the crowd as he stepped out with nothing but a guitar to sing a World Cup-themed version of his song, Everything Hallelujah. The star looked relaxed as he casually walked onto the pitch before belting out his hit track, adding the final line, "It's the World Cup, hallelujah." Shakira returned to the World Cup stage as she flaunted her toned abs in a pink and yellow sequin bodysuit to perform her hit Die Die with Burna Boy, while K-pop sensations BTS regaled the crowd with Dynamite. As well as a halftime show, the World Cup final also included a closing ceremony that featured performances and appearances from Post Malone, Tom Cruise, Nicole Scherzinger, influencer IShowSpeed, Oscar winner Jennifer Hudson, Robbie Williams, and Italian singer Laura Pausini. Stars including Tom Cruise, Timothy Chalamet, Kylie Jenner, Matt Damon, and Adrian Brody joined the crowds for the final.